Well, good morning. My name is Michael Whelton. I'm a learning specialist in School District 8, and I'm happy to be with Nick Munn this morning. Nick's a math teacher at St. Malachy's Memorial High School here in School District 8, and Nick's embraced the use of technology in his math class, and today we want to talk a little bit about how he's doing that with the flipped classroom. And so, good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
Yeah. So maybe you can talk a little bit about, tell our viewers a little bit about what the flipped classroom is and how you're using it for your classroom.
Okay, sure. It started about 3-4 years ago. I had a lot of students that were out for different reasons, whether it be sports or illness or various reasons, and always the challenge was they would come back and sometimes they'd be out for a week or more, and then you've got a week's worth of material that they'd missed, a week's worth of instruction that they'd missed, and that's quite a bit to get caught up on. So what I was looking at is a way to let them be able to get the content at home when they needed it, right? Even if they were laid up sick or whatnot, or if they're on the road with sports, that they could still get the content. So I started 3-4 years ago with that. I started putting up some videos on YouTube, and it worked very well. It's a couple of different students that were out for 2-3 weeks, and they came back prepared. They had, it wasn't like they were completely prepared, but compared to not seeing anything at all, very good. They one lunch hour got them really caught up on just the little bits that they weren't sure of, and the assignments were all done. So that's where it came from.
Yeah. So you're talking right now with your math classes, sort of the grade 10, 11, and 12 math and chemistry classes. Is that correct, Nick?
That's correct.
That you're using?
Yeah, and the upper level math, grade 12 as well. That's where it all started. So I've got basically all of the different math classes covered at this point.
Yeah. So right now you have basically filmed yourself in mini lessons.
Yep.
And created a YouTube account.
Yep.
Coupled with the use of a wikispace that's open to your students to be able to access anytime, anywhere.
Yep.
To be able to learn sort of at their own speed, at their own time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of feedback have you received from your students today?
I had very good feedback. The students love being able to self-pace, and so if they're having difficulty with it, they can pause the video and raise their hand and ask for extra help. If they're finding the material not that challenging, then they don't have to wait for me to go over it again in front of the whole class. They don't have to wait to do the assignment. They can just watch the video and go straight into the assignment. And so it differentiates the classroom very well. The struggling learner can take more time, and the advanced learner can get through the material and go right on to the next material. Right? So the kids love that setup, and of course anything to do with technology, it's a technology generation. They really enjoy that.
So can you tell us a little bit of how you combine your YouTube channel with your math and the wikispace, what the wikispace is and how you're using that to house your lessons and your assignments?
Okay, so I started out with designing my own website at first, and that takes a lot of time. You have to learn how to code in Dreamweaver and make a website, and that was time consuming. And so then I got onto the wikispace, and I created Mr Munn's class.wikispaces.com. And what that did is it allows me to very easily take my YouTube videos that I created, and within about 3 clicks, the video is up and ready to go. And there's no HTML editing, it's very intuitive. You go from YouTube video to upload it onto my wikispace in under 2-3 minutes. Right,
so I noticed you have your laptop here today, and your wikispace is loaded. Is there a chance that you might be able to show our viewers a little bit of what we're talking about today?
Sure. So you can see down the left-hand side of my wiki the different classes that I have, and so for this particular class I'm doing today, which is my functions relations class, the assignments are there, assignment videos, and some notes. And so the section that I'm in right here is the assignment videos. My class at this point, most of them are going to be ready to go onto the ambiguous case for sign law. So they click on that, okay? There's their video. Okay? So there's the video of me teaching the ambiguous case. Okay? They'll watch that, and the assignment, I'll hand it out in class, but if they happen to maybe not here today or miss the assignment, they can go here and actually download it. Right? So that's the basics of that. The other thing that I have.
How long would that lesson be, Nick, just as an example?
Probably anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Right? Most of them are between 10 and 15 minutes snippets, and then they can go into the actual assignment at that point or rewatch. One of the reasons it's quicker than class, maybe that takes a half hour, but I have to stop and wait for the kids to write down the example or write the notes, but it goes quicker this way.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about what you're doing? I know formative assessment is very important, and feedback on instruction is important for teachers to find out what students are learning, how they're finding the instruction, what the next steps are for a teacher to perhaps review or give additional support. Do you have anything built into your site that gives you that information that you're using technology for now?
Yeah, so for my feedback, I've got a Google Docs account as well. Okay? And right off of the actual website, I get my students to click on a little survey that's created by Google Docs. Right? And so then up pops the survey. It's completely anonymous, so the kids can feel free to answer it honestly. They fill it all out, and then after they've filled it out, I get the results. Okay? And it's in a nice Excel spreadsheet type format.
Yes.
Okay? It gives me a summary of all the results. And then just to clean it up a little bit, Google Docs even gives you a more easy to read summary here, so that you can see, okay, this is how they feel about my lesson, whether it was very well done, good, okay, not so good, or very bad. Then I had a quick question about did they like this format, right? So I had 32 say yes, 3 no, and then how well they felt they understood the actual content. So you can see that most of them found this content very easy. And
the law of cosine?
The law of cosines, right? So it was a very quick and easy way for the students to give me immediate feedback, and this is immediate. They fill it out in class at the end of class, and I immediately have the data available to them.
What do you think the next steps are for you in your math classes or in your science classes moving forward?
I think is to get as much content as I can get there, and at some point I would love to have it so that all of my content is available online, and then I'll have a specific to New Brunswick curriculum content, all videotaped on there available. So even if I want to still do a traditional in-class lecture, I can still do it, but if a student is missing or wants it, it'll all be there. I'd love to get to that point where all of my course content is all online.
So for our viewers here, just to wrap up, Mr. Munn, maybe you could just tell our viewers where they can go to have a look at your Wikispace again?
Sure, it's mrmunnsclass.wikispaces.com, and you can catch all of my content at that site.
Thanks very much, Mr. Munn, and we look forward to seeing your flip class here in the future.
Thank you.
How much time?